everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jackie and today I'm going to teach you how to make a gorgeous braided fall bracelet using the herringbone stitch. Materials we're going to need are some brown size 8 seed beads, some orange size 8 seed beads, and some yellow size 8 seed beads. We're going to need size B Nymo thread. I chose a nice red just to go with the rest of it. A size 10 beading needle, and a pair of scissors. Start with about 5 feet of thread and add 4 of the brown seed beads. Bring those down until you have about a 6-inch tail. And then I'll bring my needle up through all 4 beads. And we're starting this row with the ladder stitch. Bring your needle up through the first 2 beads. And then bring your needle down through the next 2 beads. Now we're going to add an orange row. So add 2 orange beads. Bring your needle down through the last 2 brown beads. Back up through the orange beads. And to secure our row, we're going to go back down and back up again. Add 2 more orange beads and go back up the first 2 orange beads. Go back down the last 2 orange beads and back up the first 2 orange beads and then back down again just to secure. Next, we're going to do our yellow section. So pick up 2 yellow beads, go back down through the orange beads. Back up through the yellow. And back down through the orange beads again, and then back up the yellow. Got 2 more yellows. Go back up through the first 2 yellows. Down through the last 2 yellows. And back around again. And we're going to flip our work so the thread is on top, and we're going to start the herringbone stitch. So I'm going to add 2 yellow beads. I'm going to go down through the top yellow bead, like so. And then I'm going to go up the next 2 beads. And add 2 more yellow beads. And I'm going to go down the one on the left. And back up the top 2 on the right. We're just doing a single herringbone here, but we're going to make a long chain. So we're going to keep going. And go back up these 2. And pull tight as you go so it'll be sturdy. Add 2 more. Go down the seed bead on the left. Making sure they're straight, and then back up 2 on the right. And excuse my boo-boos. Who knew that making the bed would be so dangerous? Keep going until you have about the length of your wrist. So my wrist is 7.5 inches, so I'm gonna keep going until mine is 7.5 inches. Once you reach the length of your wrist, go ahead and tie off your thread. So I added another 5 feet of thread, and I'm going to run my needle down through a few of the yellow beads. And be sure to hold your tail between your fingers just to make sure it doesn't slip. And go ahead and tie a half hitch knot here. I'm going to run my needle down through the last 2 yellow beads. And I'm going to tie another half inch knot in between that thread bridge. That'll be enough to keep it in place. And I'm going to go back up to 2 orange. And just to get my thread out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and trim the tail thread. Alright, now we're going to start the next row by adding 2 orange beads. I'm going to go down the seed bead on the left, and then back up the next 2 on the right. Add 2 more beads. Go down the first one on the left. And back up the next 2. And we're going to continue this until it reaches the length of your wrist. And I'll meet you back here. Once you get to the proper length, go ahead and tie off your thread, and then we'll start the brown row. Go ahead and run your needle down through a few of the orange beads. And tie a half hitch knot. Just like so. Make sure it gets in between the beads. Alright, run your needle back down through a few more of the orange. And down through the last 2 of the orange. And tie a half hitch knot inside of the thread bridge. This will be hidden once we finish off the bracelet. Go back up the first 2 brown seed beads. And at this point, I like to trim my thread just so it's not in the way. Alright, now we're going to start the last brown row. And you'll be able to see the finished bracelet at the end. Add 2 brown beads, go down the one on the left. And back up the 2 on the right. Alright, add 2 more brown beads. And back up through these two. Okay, one more time. We're going to add 2 brown beads. Go down through the one on the left. Back up through the 2 on the right. And keep repeating until you reach the desired length. All right, we've got all 3 done and the ends woven in, and now we're going to start braiding. So I'm going to pull these 2 apart just to get a good grip, and I'm going to fold over the brown section and put it towards the middle. Then I'm going to fold over the yellow section, and I do fold it over the other one. I kind of twist it a little bit just to give it a little bit more strength. All right, so you're gonna keep going and go as tight as you can. You want it to look nice and not be loose. And the strands are very flexible, so they're gonna flow really well. All right. So I'm just braiding my piece. And I'm trying to get it fairly tight. As tight as I'm able to get it. Okay, and each, folding the ends over each time. Just kind of gives it a rounded edge. It looks good. And you can tighten it up a little bit more by running your fingers across it. Another trick is to pull on each strand. That just helps to tighten it up too. Just keep braiding till you get to the end, and you braid it as far as you can go. I'm pulling again just to see if I can get a couple more braids in there. Alright, that's good enough. I think it looks tight enough. Alright, so what you're going to do next is to hold on to the edges and add another thread. And I'm going to add 2 more yellow seed beads here. And then I'm going to go up the first bead of the orange section. I'll pull those together. Then I'm adding 2 orange beads, and I'm going to go down the second orange bead in the section and pull them tight. And I'm going to go up the brown one. Add 2 beads, and I'm going to go down 2 beads. Alright, so I'm going to turn my work, and I'm going to run my needle through the thread bridge again. And then back up to 3 beads. Now I'm going to add 2 brown beads and go up through the first one of the orange. Add 2 orange beads. Go down through the orange and up through the yellow. and add 2 yellow beads. And I'm going down through the 2 yellow beads on the side. Okay, just starting to bring everything together, and I'm going to go under the thread bridge again and loop my thread around. And go back up. The 3 beads on the side. Okay, and now I'm going to turn this into ladder stitch, so I'm going to go down the 2 beads to the left and back up the 2 beads on the right. I'm going to pull tightly. Now I'm going to go back down the yellow beads and up the first 2 orange beads. Then I'm going to close it up by going back down through the yellow beads and back up through the orange beads. Okay, pulling tight, I'm going to go down through the orange beads and up through the orange beads to the right. That'll close up the bottom part of that. And down through the orange beads and up through the brown beads. Going to close up the top part, so I'm going to go down through the orange beads, back up through the brown beads, and last I'm going to go down through 2 of the brown beads, up through the next 2, and down through 2 more. Okay, now we've got a nice sturdy row. I'm going to loop back through the thread bridge and back up. And now I'm going to start a brick stitch row. So, the bracelet's looking good. It's nice and tight. It's got a nice braid on it. Cut this extra thread. I don't need that anymore. And you can run your finger through it and shake it just to get it into place. Alright, so now I'm going to grab 2 brown beads and I'm going to do a brown brick stitch, a couple of rows here. So I'm going to skip 1 thread and go through the next. And then back up the second bead. I like to hold the thread in place just so I can get a grip on it and get through the bead. Alright, add another brown bead and go in between the 2 orange beads. Add a brown and go between the orange and the yellow. Add another brown and go between the 2 yellow beads. Okay, hold my thread and I'm going back up. Okay, and you'll see a nice row of brown beads going across. I'm going to turn my work and add 2 brown beads. I'm going to skip a thread bridge and go through the second one. And back up the second bead. Okay, add 1 brown. Go in between the next thread bridge. And back up. Add 1 bead, go back through the last thread bridge, and back up. Okay, Now I'm going to turn my work again. We'll skip one thread bridge, go through the next. Add one more bead and go through the last thread bridge. And back up. Okay, and you can pull tight at this point just to make sure everything's sturdy. Now I'm going to add 2 more beads, going through the last thread bridge and back up. Just making sure everything lines up. Okay. So now I'm going to add the clasp. So I'm using a magnetic clasp. When you're old, it's hard to do all the lobster claw and toggle clasp. So magnetic clasp work for me. So that's what I'm going to use. So I'm going to add a bead and one through my clasp and another brown bead. And I'm going to go down the bead to the left. And back up. And I'm going to go through the 2 beads, back up the 2 beads on the right and through the clasp. So I'm going to do that about 3 or 4 times just to make sure it's secure. All right, I'm going to go through one more time. And really likes to stick to my needle. I'm going to go back down. All right, and on this side I went up, so that's sturdier, so I'm going to go down through this side. And I'm going to finish off my thread by making a couple of half hitch knots and then going down through a few beads. And then you'll tie on to the other side and do the same thing and just attach it to the other side of the clasp. And there you have it, one super gorgeous fall braided bracelet, ready to wear for Halloween, Thanksgiving, and just perfect for the fall season. All right, let me know in the comments how you like it and try your own. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave your comments down below. May creativity be your guide.